Plug the sound in. Okay. We should have sound. We should be live. And there I am. Look at that. Check the sound. Okay, we got sound. We're good. All right. Uh-oh. There we go. I bounced out of my own TV there. All right, we're all set? Good. All right, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing today? It has changed a lot since we left a week ago. We went to Vegas for a week to the SHOT Show, and I got out of here. The guys left, Rick and Andy left on Saturday because they were doing the HAVA golf outing, honoring American Veterans Afield. And they were doing the golf outing Sunday. I flew out Sunday afternoon just before the storm hit, and we got about 2 foot of snow dumped on us overnight. And I caught heck from the wife because she had to deal with that mess between shoveling snow and the plow guy getting stuck in my yard, and oh, what a nightmare it was. And my mailbox got taken out. And it just had all kinds of good stuff happening here, and we've gotten a couple more inches. I think we've gotten probably close to 30 inches since last week. It's a mess. So welcome everybody. It's good to be back. Had a good time in Vegas. Been going to Vegas now for, well, we missed last year because they shut it down because of COVID, but 5-6 years now. Last year it would have been 6 or 7, but I think we've done 5 or 6 SHOT shows now, and I finally came home a winner. I won some money in Vegas. I usually take a few $100, and I never have come home. Last 1 year I came home, I broke even. This year I came home with $750. So I had a good week in Vegas. It's not a ton of money, but hey, I was happy to come home with more than I left with. So, we had fun in Vegas. We did both shows. So there's 2 things that happen in Vegas at the SHOT Show. We do the supplier showcase, which is a forum for companies like ourselves that make parts for OEM companies and different companies that make and build guns. And we were exhibiting there, trying to drum up some new business for our OEM side of the business. And then, enough to buy more gun parts. Enough to buy more. That's what I was thinking when I won my money. I'm like, I wonder what caliber I want this in. But we were exhibiting there, trying to obviously get companies that are looking for parts to help them supply their business. And then we also did the main show, which we really exhibited more of our retail stuff for the gun shops and the gun stores and that kind of stuff in the retail side of the world. We spent the week there. The supplier showcase was 2 days, and it overlapped with the main show on Tuesday. So Andy did a bunch of running between first floor and fifth floor, spelling people to go to the bathroom and do, get lunch and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I'm not sure. You got to be in the industry somehow, so I'm not sure. I don't know if if charity thing would count. I'd have to look into that. But and then the main SHOT Show kicked off Tuesday, and we had a good time. We saw a lot of our current customers. We met a lot of potential new customers. Rick is in Arizona, doing some more sales stuff in the southwest region there. While he's out there, he took a trip down to the Arizona-New Mexico way, and we're back here trying to put everything together from the SHOT Show. So if you're watching this and you were at the SHOT Show, hi Ron, and we'll be sending out some emails, getting in touch with everybody that we scanned and got email addresses for, and making sure we stay in contact with you guys to see how we can help you out. We didn't get a lot of usually. So in the years past, we've done the supplier showcase, and then we just walked the floor for a day or two, and got to see all kinds of cool stuff. So this year, working both shows, obviously, we didn't get to spend a lot of time walking the floor and seeing cool stuff in between bathroom breaks and going for lunch. And I tried to swing by some booths and see some things. And we did take a couple of walks to see some current customers. So I don't know a lot about this yet. In the couple weeks leading up to the SHOT Show, we were getting a lot of requests for 308 AR-10 handguards in like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-inch lengths. I did, James. I got the package. Thank you. That's some cool stuff. James sent me a little care package with a bore scope and an A2 tool and a pivot tool and a hammer, and very cool stuff. I'll add that to my toolbox. Thanks, man. That's much appreciated, especially the bore scope. That's really cool. I've wanted one of those for a while. I had the gun out immediately and was going down the bore and looking at it and checking it out. I thought that was really cool. But I appreciate that. Thank you. So I did not see Peterson cartridge. I know they were there, but I didn't get to stop by the booth. We did walk a little bit. We saw some, like I said, I don't know a lot. We were getting a lot of requests for these little short AR-10 handguards, 7, 8, 9, 10-inch lengths. And I'm like, man, what are you building? I'm like, and everybody was being kind of hush-hush about it. They didn't want to talk about what they were doing with these things. And turns out there's a new caliber coming out, the 8.6 Blackout. So it's the big brother of the 300 Blackout, obviously. It's basically a 338 diameter bullet, but it's built on that shorter. Now, it is built on the AR-10 platform, so it's obviously bigger, longer than, it's the long action. But it is smaller than your standard 308, a little shorter, a little fatter. And they're going to have sonic and subsonic and supersonic rounds for that as well, so it'll be a suppressed and easily suppressible round. We've seen fad rounds come and go over the years. We all have. So who knows, what's going to happen with this one. I usually don't... a 358 Winchester subsonic. That's cool. I usually don't get too worked up about building a new gun out of a new caliber right away until they make sure all the bugs are worked out of it and it's going to be something that's going to stick around and actually be part of the ongoing repertoire. So I'm going to do some more investigating on that thing and start trying to figure, because, obviously when the 350 came out, it was kind of the same way. They had some issues with the 350 ammunition, and they weren't sure that the 350 was going to take off, but it has taken off pretty well, and I own one now, and right, that's it, right? You don't touch new rounds till the mainstream manufacturers pick them up, right? Wildcat rounds are, you just don't know what's going to happen, right? You build a expensive gun out of it, and then it fizzles out, and you can't get ammo for it, and so, until, like James said, until it becomes mainstream, then I kind of shy away from it myself. And I'm not telling anybody that they should or shouldn't. That's up to you. But that's just me. Like buying a first when a new car comes out, brand new model car. You never buy the first model, right? Because they got bugs. So you make sure they work the bugs out. You know what? I don't know, James, about the. I'm reading that it's going to have the same ballistics as a 16-inch 308 out of the short 8, 9, 10-inch barrels. It's got a crazy twist rate. The twist rate is 1 in 3. So, where standard AR is 1 in 7, 1 in 8, 1 in 9, this thing's 1 in 3. So you look down at with a bore scope and it looks like it's threaded. The bullet does one complete revolution every 3 inches instead of every 7 or 8 inches. So it's spinning really fast so that it stabilizes that big heavy bullet. So I don't know what the effective range is going to be of it, especially in a subsonic. Subsonics are very temperamental when it comes to ranges. You sight them in for a certain distance, and then you add another 25 or 50 yards to it, and they start to fall because you're lobbing those rounds in. So we'll see where that goes. Be interesting to watch. So you guys are probably seeing all this stuff out here on the table. We are doing a giveaway this Friday. So if you're watching this, make sure you like the show, comment on the show, and you're going to get in the drawing. We're going to have Friday to win all this stuff. Not one person is going to win all this stuff. We're going to have like 3 packages here. The main one is going to be this tactical backpack from UTG. Right, nice little backpack. Just tons of zippers and pockets and places to store stuff, and nice range bag. And we got hats. Right, we got all kinds of hats. Ruger, Hava, UTG. We got some Geisley bandanas. We got U.S. Law Shield bottle openers, keychain bottle openers, twist-off bottle openers. Pop Top does cans as well. Opens anything you want to have a cold drink, whether it's beer, pop, whatever. We got some of these. We got cigar snippers. If you like cigars, you put your cigar in there, click the end off, snap the end off of it. We got all kinds of stickers and patches. We got a big 50 caliber round bottle opener here from Hava. We got some drink containers. We got a Ruger coffee cup. More keychains. Pins. We got golf towels. We got Smith & Wesson knives. I don't even know what these are. What are these? Oh, we got some challenge coins from Baron Engraving. If I can get it out of there. There we go. I don't know. Never heard of Baron Engraving. They must do engraving on guns of some kind. So, we got some cool stuff. We'll break it down into a few packages. We might throw a couple of our own T-shirts in there, and an angled foregrip or a micro hand stop might pop in there. We got some Ruger drink koozies. We got all kinds of cool stuff. So we're going to divide it down into we're going to have 3 winners, and so don't forget, comment on the show. Chance to win some of the SHOT Show swag. What else did we see? Oh, our friends at Uintah. I don't know how it's Uintah or Uintah. They're out in Utah, and they got a pretty cool gun now. They have it's built on an AR lower platform, and you can switch uppers. You can go from an AR semi-automatic to a bolt action to a muzzle loader, all in one AR lower. And they're working on he's talking about making an insert that goes in the mag well when you're in muzzleloader that holds extra loads. So you got pellets and bullets right in there. You pop that out and you can load your muzzleloader. I got this on display here just to kind of show off. I'm working on a special gun for a project, and I had this done at Deadeye Customs down in Georgia. So the look I was going for here, this is wood grain, right? Let me see. Uh-oh, I froze up. There we go. So, okay. So, you can see, right? And it goes into a black upper, and then the handguard is half wood grain and half black. Pretty cool, huh? So the look I was going for there is, the modern technology of an AR with the old school look of a wooden gun. So I'm actually building a project gun for a social media project we're working on for a social media content developer. Um, and we're going to hopefully have some fun with that. It's going to be a 350 Legend when it's done. So I really like this. I think it's cool. I'm one that's I might have to get one done for myself that looks like that. And yeah, we saw our guys at Uintah and talked about their new gun, see if we could help them out. They're having a little trouble where to fix the ramrod. Can't go underneath because of the action, and we're going to come up with some kind of way for them to have the ramrod go through the gas tube relief area, because on a muzzle loader, obviously, you're not using the gas tube relief area. We went to Ohio Ordnance. We saw they got the 50 caliber. My wife heard me say about building another gun. I get the frowny face. So they make 50 caliber the Ma Deuce machine gun, and I don't know if you guys saw the pictures we put up on Facebook and a couple different places. They have a suppressed 50 cal Ma Deuce now, and the suppressor is about as long as this gun right here. This big, huge suppressor. And there was a guy there from Norway, and he has developed, in conjunction with Ohio Ordnance, a new way to manipulate the gun. So instead of on a tripod mount, and you're holding the handles and activating the triggers with your thumb, right? Activating the trigger plate with your thumb, and you're sweeping it and you're using this, and it's a very tight motion because your hands are really close together. He has developed there's a bracket that comes up off the side of the gun and goes up over your shoulder, and it hooks up over your shoulder, and then this arm comes across and locks you into this mount, and then you grab a hold of a handle over here, and it has a lever that activates the trigger plates. So you can activate the trigger with just a couple of fingers, and then you've got a hold of this, and so you can sweep it much easier instead of with the tight motion of your hands being very close together and trying to wield that big gun around. Now you have a much easier job using your body's leverage to make sure that you can manipulate that big gun around and control it a little bit better, especially as it's firing, because that thing is really bouncing on you if you've ever fired the 50. Lisa gets a new purse, Jim gets a gun. Yeah, purses cost more than guns. Jeez. Some of them do anyway. What else did we see out there? I'm trying to think. We stopped and saw our friends at Iron City Rifle Works. If you're into competition shooting, three gunning, Iron City makes some fantastic guns. Beautiful work. I have my 350 Legend is built off of the Berserker Light platform from Iron City, and it's a beautiful gun. I love it. It's very lightweight, perfect for hunting. Obviously I'm not a three gunner. I'm not a competition shooter, but I wanted a nice light gun to be able to lug around the woods, and that 350 built on that platform really fits the bill. Oh, geez, let me see what else. Our friends from Brothers LA Arms, they stopped and saw us. Those guys are a hoot. I met a guy named Thor. First time I've ever met somebody named Thor. So they came to the booth, and if you've ever talked to anybody from deep South Louisiana, it's an absolute trip. Those guys are wild. So we had a lot of fun with them. We're going to try to see them again when we go down to Louisiana. We're going down to New Orleans in July, I think it is, for the Range Retail Expo. So we're going to try to hook up and maybe have dinner with those guys. it was just such a busy week. I kind of lose track of the days all kind of blend in together. Um, we did meet with a couple of representatives from some big distributors, and our A Architect line from our retail stuff is going to be hitting some more distributors, and we're real excited about that. Um, our displays that we're selling parts out of in your mom and pop type gun shops are really taking off. We got about 100 of them around the country now. So check your local gun store. You might see an A Architect BYOAR Bowden Tactical display popping up in there, and you'll be able to buy handguards, gas blocks, muzzle brakes, all that good stuff. And there's new displays coming out that are going to have everything in it you need to build an AR except for a lower. So you're going to have one-stop shopping. If you want to build your own AR, you can go into your gun store, pick up a lower, do your background check over here with the gun shop, and then go right over to the display and get your upper and your barrel and your bolt carrier group and just lower parts kit. Everything you need to build your own rifle is going to be in these new displays. We're real excited about that. And we're going to start supplying build kits to these guys that are doing AR build classes. Once a month the gun shop does a build class. You pay X amount of money and you buy a complete kit, and they'll show you how to put it all together. So we're going to be supplying them with those build kits. We just got a lot of stuff going on this year. A lot of new stuff coming out. The AR VSDs coming out. Those are all on their way to Fort Worth, so that we can display them in Fort. We're going to the NBS Buyer Show in a couple weeks in Fort Worth. So I don't have one here to show. We got vertical foregrips. We got a new straight trigger coming out. We got Picatinny sections coming out. We got all kinds of really cool stuff happening. We're real excited for where this year is going to take us. Lots of shows around the country. I know we're going to be in, like I said, we're going to Alabama here in March. Then we're off to New Orleans in July. We have, or June maybe, and then Montana in July. And then in the fall, we're going to be in Kansas City. We're all over the place this year. Lots of stuff going on. So we be moving around the country, and some of these shows you guys can actually come to. Some you can't. Some you got to be in the industry. You got to be an invitee or a registered guest. But of course, we'll let you know if you can come to the shows, and we'd be glad to see some of you. I'm starting to draw a little bit of a blank about some of the stuff we did in Vegas. Can't remember everything that I saw or did. Oh, Mantis, our friends from Mantis were there. They had 3 booths. They were on all 3 floors. They really made their presence known. Mantis is that training, the dry fire training system with the Blackbeard reset system for an AR laser. I mean, that thing is awesome. We're going to probably break that thing out here and do a little competition in the next couple of weeks. Have a little fun with that. Show you how all that's working. They got a lot of new stuff coming out. They also have a new system where you can do side-by-side competition training with someone, right? So that one system, you each have your own laser training system, but then it goes into one application, and you're shooting side by side, and you can do the competition with your buddy. Competition shooting side by side. And they still have their laser academy, and then they have the regular just dry fire drill training. So they got all kinds of cool stuff happening. Check out Mantis X. I can't say enough good stuff about that training system. I wish Andy was here. He has a great memory. He can always rattle that stuff off. Yeah, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah. We're past those wild days. We don't have a wild time. I think every night we'd have dinner, I'd go down to play a little slots, and I was in bed by 9 o'clock most every night. I'm too old for that. Plus, you're traveling like that, and the time change has you all messed up, and you just start getting used to it after a week, and you got to come back to Ohio and readjust, and then to come home to 2 foot of snow and 15-degree temperatures. I got home Sunday night. I got in my truck and headed home, and it was minus 11 degrees. It was freezing Sunday night. I couldn't believe it. And, it was cold. It was cool out in Vegas. For Vegas, it was only like high 50s, low 60s. But hell, that's heaven compared to minus 11. So we're looking forward to Texas in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a real opportunity because that's a show, unlike the SHOT Show, where you can't buy or sell anything at the SHOT Show. You can make deals, obviously, but this NBS Buyers Show that we're going to in Texas, guys are writing checks, and they're buying their inventory for the year or for at least 6 months because then the next show is in the fall. So really looking forward to that one. Yeah, I told him already about you shoveling all the snow and dealing with the plow guy stuck in the driveway in the yard. It was a mess. So, I guess I'm running out of steam a little bit. I can't. You put me on camera and I start drawing a blank. So, again, like and comment on the show if you're watching this anytime between now and Friday. We're going to have the drawing for all of our SHOT Show swag we got going here. Knives, coins, stickers, keychains, bottle openers, koozies, cups, bandanas, golf towels. I don't know if you don't golf, you can use it for a range towel. Wipe your gun down, right? We got one from USCCA, one from Hava and Glock, and the range bag. And like I said, we'll throw some other goodies in there, some little pieces, parts, some T-shirts. Our Tactical Girth T-shirts were a huge hit. Everybody loved them. They thought that was funny as could be. Geez, I don't know what my favorite thing was. I didn't get to spend a lot of time walking around because I was working both booths and, pretty much working all week. So we didn't get a lot of time to walk around. I did see one of the most ugly motorcycles I've ever seen in my life. That thing was, oh my gosh. I was, if you, I don't know if we posted it online. I'll have to post a picture of that thing on BYOAR or on whatever. It was ugly. I'm a motorcycle guy, and that thing was ugly. But it had a cranking stereo. They'd crank the stereo up like 2 or 3 times a day down there, and that thing was stupid loud. Yeah, the big ugly green thing, that was it. It was bad. It would look like a dragon or something. I don't know, something. It looked like a roller coaster ride, something that, your kids would go in, and there you go. There it is. Right? Right? That's a motorcycle. Thing was ugly. Right? So I don't know if you ever saw the show Counting Cars. I've not seen it. I guess there's a guy that does the show, Horny Mike or something they call him because he wears horns. He was there signing autographs, and he had that bike there. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's all about. But yeah, I'd have a hard time saying I didn't see. I guess the coolest thing I got from that was the new caliber, the 8.6 Blackout that everybody seems to be hot about, and I guess we'll be making some parts for them and seeing where that goes. So I'm always looking forward to shooting a new gun and a new round. But like Jim said, we don't get too excited about fad rounds until they go mainstream. They get SAMI approval, and Wildcats are called Wildcats for a reason. So once they get standardized, then we get excited about them. No, we're not doing the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg. Uh, we've thought about it, but it's such a long show. It's like 7 or 8 days long, and you got to go the day before and set up, and the day so it ends up being like an almost 2 week ordeal to do that show. So it's really hard to have, two, three, four people out of the office for that much time. So yeah, I guess that's all I got today. Always it's good to be back doing shows, coming out, starting to come out of this pandemic thing, and hopefully we can get completely past this in the next year, and life can get back to normal, whatever normal's going to be. The wife and I had a cruise scheduled for Zero Delta Glock to AR-15 conversion. I did not see that. I'd have to check that out. It sounds cool. There's been rumor, every year a rumor goes out about Glock making an AR-15, and it's never happened. There's people Photoshop pictures, and I doubt if it's ever going to happen. Glock makes pistols. They make good pistols, and I imagine they're going to stick to what it is they do. So, yeah, we had a cruise scheduled for not this weekend, but coming up the weekend after, and we ended up postponing it because of all this COVID stuff, and they're not letting ships into the ports, and, we just didn't want to take the chance, and I didn't pay $1,500 to ride around on a boat for a week. Right now, there's just easier to postpone it, and hopefully things will be straightened out next year. So, y'all stay safe, y'all stay warm. I know the entire country's pretty cold. Hell, it was 39 in Florida yesterday, right? It was they had a thing up side by side on Facebook. It was 39 in Anchorage, Alaska, and it was 39 degrees in Florida. So they don't know what to do when it gets like that down there. So we haven't laid out this month's shows yet, so we'll do that this week, and we'll have some interesting stuff to talk about here in the next few weeks. Doing some cool stuff. Maybe build this gun live. Who knows? So, appreciate y'all joining me. Not a lot of information this week. Just recapping SHOT Show, and it was tough to come up with something to do because we were gone all week, and then just got back Sunday and. Short time frame, so we just going to do a recap show for you, and then we'll do this giveaway on Friday. Don't forget, like and comment on the show. I think there's going to be a landing page on our website so that the guys that go to the website can log in there. They can put their information in there and also get signed up for the contest as well to win some of the SHOT Show swag and the different stuff we're going to throw in and give away with it. So appreciate y'all being here. Looking forward to an exciting year again. And as always, remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR, to upgrade it, or maintain it. We're here to help you do that. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.